Hi all, I'm Pushp sirohi, and today we'll discuss about Mandela Effect. So, as per Wikipedia, in psychology, a false memory is a phenomena where a person recalls something that did not happen or recalls it differently from the way it actually happened. So, suggestibility, activation of associated information, the incorporation of misinformation, and source misattribution have been suggested to be several mechanisms underlying a variety type of false memory phenomena. So, in easy words, what is Mandela effect? The Mandela effect refers to a situation in which a large mass of people believe that an event occurred when it did not. Looking at the origin of the Mandela effect, some famous examples as well as some potential explanations for this strange confluence of perceptions can help to shed light on this unique phenomena. So let's discuss about origin of Mandela effect. The term Mandela effect began when it was first coined in 2009 by Fiona Broome when she published a website detailing her observance of the phenomena. Broome was at a conference talking with other people about how she remembered the tragedy of former South African President Nelson Mandela's death in South African prison in 1980s. However, Nelson Mandela did not die in 1980s in the prison. He passed away in 2013. As Broome began to talk to other people about her memories, she learned that she was not alone. Others remembered seeing news coverage of his death as well as a speech by his widow. Broome was shocked that such a large mass of people could remember the same identical event in such details when it never happened. Encouraged by her book publisher, she began a website to discuss what she called the Mandela Effect and other incidents like it. So, notable examples. So, the story of Nelson Mandela is not only the example of this type of false group memory, as the concept of Mandela Effect grew along with Broome's website, other group false memory began to emerge. Henry VIII eating a turkey leg. People had a memory of painting of Henry VIII eating a turkey leg, though no such painting has ever existed. There have, however, been similar cartoon created. Luke, I'm your father. If you saw Star Wars Episode 5, The Empire Strikes Back, you probably remember Darth Vader uttering the famous lines, Luke, I'm your father. You might be surprised to learn that the line was actually, No, I am your father. Most people have memories of the line begin the former rather than later. So, mirror, mirror on the wall. If you've watched Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, you probably remember the line, Mirror, mirror on the wall. Who is the fairest of them all? You may be shocked to learn then that the line actually begins with the phrase, Magic mirror on the wall instead. So, Oscar Mayer. There is some controversies over the spelling of the famous brand of hot dogs, Oscar Mayer Wieners. Same people claim to remember the brand being spelled Mayer instead of Mayer. So, location of New Zealand, where the New Zealand is in relation to Australia. If you look at a map, you will see that it is southeast of the country. However, there is a community of people who claim to remember New Zealand being northeast instead of southeast. So, Banstein's beer, the famous children's book series, Banstein beer is not immune to Mandela effect. Many people report remembering the name begins the Berenstein beer spelled with an E instead of A. This is similar to Oscar Mayer issue and hints are perhaps an underlying cognitive response. Then possible explanations. So why would this effect even happen? Let's explore. So one of the explanation is alternate realities. One theory about the basics of Mandela effect originate from quantum physics and relates to the idea that rather than one timelines of events, it is possible that the alternate realities or universes are taking place and mixing with other art timelines. In theory, this would result in group of people having the same memories because the timelines has been altered as we shift between these different realities. You aren't alone if you think this sound a little unrealistic. Unfortunately, the idea of alternate realities is unfalsifiable, meaning that there is no way to truly disapprove that these other universes don't exist. This is why such a far-fetched theory continues to gain traction among the Mandela Effect communities. You can't prove it's not real, so you can't totally discount the possibility of it. For many people, the excitement of a bit of mystery to everyday life also likely common into play. False memories, a more likely explanation of Mandela effect, involves false memories. Before we consider what is meant by false memories, let's look at an example of Mandela effect as it will help us to understand how memory can be faulty and may lead to the phenomena that we are describing. Who was Alexander Hamilton? Most Americans learned in school that he was founding father of the United States of America, but that he was not a president. However, when asked about the president of the United States, many people mistakenly believe that Hamilton was a president. Why? If we consider a simple neuroscience explanation, the memory of Alexander Hamilton is encoded in an area of brain where the memories for the President of the United States are stored. The means by which memory traced are stored and called the engram of the framework in which similar memories are associated with each other is called the schema. So when people try to recall Hamilton, this sets of the neurons in close connected to each other, bringing with it memory of the president. Though this is the oversimplified explanation, it's illustrated the general process. So memory related concepts. This leads to likelihood that problems with memory and not alternate universe are the explanation of Mandela effect. In fact, there are a number of subtopics related to memory that may play a role in this phenomena. Here are a few possibilities to consider. Confabulations involve your brain filling in gaps that are missing in your memories to make more sense of them. This isn't lying, but rather remembering details that never happened. Confabulation tends to increase with age. Post event information. Information that you learn after an event can change your memory of an event. This includes even subtle information and helps to explain why eyewitness testimony can be unreliable. So, priming describes the factors leading up to an event that affect our perception of it, also called suggestibility and presuppositions. Priming is the difference between asking how short a person is versus how tall a person is. Saying, did you see the black car instead of a black car? Make a subtle suggestions that influence response and memory. And the internet impact. The role of internet in influencing the memory of masses should not be underestimated. It's probably no coincidence that consideration of the Mandela effect has grown in this digital age. The internet is a powerful way to spread information. And with this spreading of information comes the potential for misconception and falsehoods to gain traction. People then begin to create communities based around these falsehood, and what was one in their imaginations starts to seem factual. In fact, in a large study over 1 lakh news stories discussed across Twitter, conducted over a period of 10 years, showed that hoaxes and rumor won out over the truth every time by 70%. This wasn't the result of manipulation or bots either. Real verified accounts of real people were responsible for spreading false information. As each person chimes in with their own experiences or memory of an event, those false memories could affect the memory of other people, thus coloring them to remember the event in the same way. For example, Sinbad did star in other movies in the 1990s and appeared in a movie poster for the film House Guest coming out of the mailbox. This looks similar to a genie, which could explain the association with the movie Sajam. Sinbad has also had dressed up like a genie for an event that he hosted in the 1990s. When one person mentioned this movie Shazam, likely on the internet, it's already the memories of other people who tried to recall the movie that Sinbad made from the 1990s. Online communities spread this information until it's appeared to be a factual. This explanation is supported by evidence that remembering something repeatedly built your confidence in a memory, even if it grows more inaccurate over time. As more and more people provided incorrect details, these become incorporated in other people's memories as facts and strengthen their conviction that they were correct. So the Mandela effect continued to be hotly debated despite reasonable evidences that it is more likely explained in terms of fallibility of human memory that than some form of parallel universes at work. Of course, we don't know everything as more incident of Mandela effects continue to occur. Perhaps more research into the original will shed lights on the cases, causes also and cases, and there are a lot of amazing cases and pictures are available internet which support Mandela effect. Even with the brand, even the logos of big brands also comes under this preview also. So you can check online for more knowledge about Mandela effect, guys. This is it from my side. Hope this video will help you out to understand about Mandela effect, and now onward you will think before acting on any information which is false. Thank you, guys. Hope you like it.